Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talking about the holding. What is the holding? Most of you are fully aware and you are using it day by day. But anyway, the purpose of the holding and establish the holding, it's because the air traffic controller would like to, for example, if they are busy and they have a lot of traffic, so they put you into the holding, and once they are for example they have the less traffic, or the sequence is it's quite okay for them, then you can leave your holding and go for approach and landing. So this is one of the purpose of the holding pattern. Another purpose is, for example, you have the problem as a pilot. So you enter the holding pattern and you hold over there until you solve your problem. And another is related to your procedural approach. For example, you are flying to the airport which have no airnav arrival, and there is for example just procedural control. That means that they have no radar informations, so you are flying to the nearest facility over the airport, which should be VOR, for example, or NDB, and fly into your holding and descend with the holding and start your outbound for procedural approach and landing. This is sometimes called racetrack. The way how you can enter the holding pattern, as you know probably, it's a parallel way, teardrop way, and the direct entry way. And how it is coded with FMC database in Boeing, you can see right now on the picture I am showing to you. So don't be scared when you see some strange curves over the holding pattern. It's quite normal because this is the proper coding, and this is how the Boeing FMS with LNAV is flying, or let's say joining your holding pattern via parallel, teardrop, and direct entry. According to the holding, we can let's say tell that we have standard holding and non-standard holding. What is standard holding? The standard holding is when you have the holding with the right turns. The non-standard holding is the holding which have the left turns. And just to clarify the situation, the published holding is the holding you have over the chart, because your air traffic controller can give you unspecified holding. That means that he or she can tell you, okay, Scandinavian or Transavia, hold over NATEX point with inbound course, for example 130 with the left turns, or he or she can tell you hold over the NATEX on radial 132 with the left turns, and now you have to realize what is the inbound course and what is the radial. So inbound course, for example, if you are talking about published holding, which is PSAT, is 269er, but the radial is 089er. Okay, so we have published hold over the PSAT, and overhead PSAT, as you can see, we have non-standard holding pattern with the left turns. If you don't have any more information about your holding, what you are going to do? If you are below flight level 140, your outbound leg should be 1 minute. If you are holding above the flight level 140, your outbound leg should be 1.5 minutes. Sometimes it can happen that your published holding is defined with the fix. That means your DME distance. I hope it was clear so far, so let's go to PSAT point. Can put the L now there, and for example we are going to the PSAT flight level 140. So we will put PSAT into our hold page. Okay, so in our case, hold, next hold, put the PSAT right here, and now we can, before we execute the holding pattern, what we are going to do, we just verified that we have correct procedure. That means 269er with the left turns. As you can see, we don't have it properly coded in our database. So in our case, I put 269er, which is our inbound course, and /L, that means that we are going to make a left turns. Now it's okay. Now we can execute it. And we can put our airplane to VNAV mode, because in VNAV mode he will automatically decelerate to our best speed for a holding, which you can see here is 202. This is the best holding speed. And another information you can see in the holding is that our holding fuel available is for 40 minutes. If we are going to index page and performance page, you put the reserves, and these reserves are final reserve plus your alternate. That means that if we are going to have the fuel 2 tons, that means that we have to leave our holding and go for our destination alternate aerodrome. So once again, this is the best speed, this is the holding fuel available, and now you can see that we are in flight level 140, so our outbound leg is 1 minute. Imagine that we are clear to flight level, for example, let's say 100, okay? So we are going to flight level 100. So now we have enough altitude in order to avoid this situation. We put into the vertical speed mode, start our descent, and for flight level 100 we should have the leg 1 minute. What we can modify here in hold page, we can modify our inbound course and inbound and our turns, left or right. We can modify our time of our outbound procedure. We can modify the distance via DME. Okay, so I can put it, for example, distance for DME. So now he will adjust and he will put the exactly 4 DME inbound and 4 DME outbound distance. Okay, so if we would like to revert it back, we put 1 minute, execute, and now we have 1 minute of holding because we are below the flight level 140. Now we can put it back to the VNAV mode, and you see the airplane start decelerating to our best speed, which is for actual holding. And in order to have the precise information, the most precise information, we can put it, for example, our cleared level, which is flight level 100. Okay, and now he will recalculate, and he decided that the best speed is 200. We can as well put our desired speed. For example, I would like to fly there with 220 knots. Okay, you can do it. The fixed eta means that this is our estimated time of arrival over at PSAT point. If we are in the holding, the fixed eta will be again PSAT point, but it will be your estimated time for your another holding. Okay. This one is expect further clearance. For example, the air traffic controller tells you that imagine that expect to leave your holding at for example 0820 UTC. So you put a 0820 UTC and tells the FMC that this will be our time when we leave the holding pattern. Okay, the quadrant and radial means where we are. Okay, so within the position regarding to the PSAT waypoint. Okay, we can modify this as well. As you can see, it's always opposite. That means we have inbound course 269er. That means that our outbound radial will be 089er, and you can see it's 089er. So I think it was clear enough, and now we are starting our holding. So we a little bit overshoot the PSAT point, but now you can see the PSAT is right now amber, so that means that it's active already. And we are descending to flight level 100. And always when you are in holding, adjust your speed back into the direction you are holding. So now the airplane will keep our holding, publish holding, which is inbound course 069er. As you can see, he will make it with the left turns. Now you can see that this is our best speed, economical, for our hold. And now we put manually our target altitude. As you can see, the minimum holding altitude overhead PSAT is 6,000 feet. Okay, so we can go down to 6,000 feet, but not below. And we can see the holding fuel available. It's 36 minutes. Okay, because we put there estimated further clearance. If we delete estimated for further clearance right now and execute it, and now we can see that the maximum holding we can achieve is 45 minutes. And now we talk a little bit more how we exit the hold. Yeah, we have 3 different options. One option is that your air traffic controller give you the specified heading. So just press heading select, select your desired heading, and in your Lex page put the nearest active waypoint. Or you can leave it via Lex page. I will put, for example, waypoint Whiskey Whiskey 981. Put it right over here. Press execute, but please be aware of the fact in which direction you would like to turn into this waypoint. If you have clearance from Vienna approach, for example, Scandinavian 454, proceed direct to Whiskey Whiskey 981 with the left turn. That means that once you put it here, you just need to confirm that your LNAV is not turning to another direction and it's turning to the left. If you can see another direct, that means that you put the heading select, start with your heading, and once you press again the waypoint, now you can see that you are turning into the right direction. Or you can leave the heading holding with simple press exit hold. That means that the airplane will leave holding for you as soon as possible. Okay, so we can make it, for example, right now, relax, or let's say Scandinavian or Transavia, proceed direct to Whiskey Whiskey 981. So you can put it right here. You confirm it is with the left turn, so execute it, and now you see you are proceeding to the waypoint, and you are accelerating because you are in V now, and he will keep the speed no more for valid holding, but as you can see we have 240 in our cruising level, which is flight level 100. So that's it. I hope you like this video and see you next time soon. Bye.